guys? We're here. We're live. Welcome to a brand new Poker Live podcast. My name is Jose Ingram 1, aka Chicago Joe, aka Joey Ingram 1. Joined today on the podcast, guy, by one of my favorite guys, man. One of the favorite guests on the podcast.
Yo.
I'm sure a lot of you guys out there know him. Twitch, YouTube. Maybe you know him as debatably one of the best known home players in the entire world. Cash game player, 6max, heads up, tournaments. The guy does it all. My buddy Doug Polk's in the house, a.k.a. WCG Rider, a.k.a. Mr. Grind Nation, a.k.a. Mr. Puppy. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the show today, buddy.
I gotta say it because it's just true, man. Your intro game is like too strong. It's too strong. Like yeah. I don't think I could ever intro someone like that. You know, it's like then it's on me, and I'm like, yeah, and what's up, Joey? It's just like it's just too good, you know.
Thank you, my friend. You know, it's a I don't know, man. I get hyped up sometimes. Especially when I get hyped up, like I'm excited. I'm pumped up, man. We got some special announcements today. We're talking main event World Series of Poker. We're going to talk about two of the most popular poker players in the world who surpassed us by a bunch. William Kassouf and Qui Nguyen, of course. I mean, you and me, we put in work 10 fucking years, and now relegated to the fucking relegated to the back end of things with those two guys come to town. So we'll talk about them, talk about the main event a little bit. We'll talk about some of your YouTube content. We got Polker Hands going strong, man. Those things are awesome, man. I love those. A lot of good feedback from those as well, too. Podcast schedule, guys. I'm going to have Bill Perkins on next Monday this week. We're going to have Tristan Wade on Wednesday. My buddy Chance Corneth on Friday. And the return of the legendary Bill Perkins. You see, Bill Perkins streams from the middle of the ocean on a boat. Playing 5,100, buying it for $25K, and just playing every hand, and like just having a good. He's like, fuck it, let's go all in here, 20,000. Let's do this.
Someone told me that was going on Twitch, and I was like, what? And I pull up Twitch, and it's like him and Ike are both streaming at 5,100, and I love that his screen name is just Gas Trader in all caps. It's like it's just so good, right? And he's just playing whatever hand. He like disconnects, and it's just like he's just out in the ocean somewhere. Like,
dude,
it's so good, man.
During the stream yesterday, I was like, hey, why don't you play PLO? So he loads up 2550 PLO deep. He played every hand. He was like just 3-betting, like queen 10-4-2, no suit, just 3-betting. So I text him, I'm like, on WhatsApp, I'm like, dude, you gotta stop. If you're gonna 3-bet every hand, just 3-bet in position. Don't 3-bet opposition, 250 big blinds deep. You're gonna get destroyed. And I don't know if the session went well. They was getting disconnected issues. Yeah, I think he's got to stick to no limit. And I've never said to anybody, but I gotta tell Perkins he got to stick to no limit. I think.
I mean, if there's a game where 3-betting random hands is the least bad, it's probably Pardon-the-interruption, man.
I agree, but in position, that's why I said in position. The button, go crazy. Any 4 cards, it don't matter. Just 3-bet. Out of position in the small blind, big blind, you're maybe going to want to fold the queen 10-7-8. Or I mean, that's a good hand actually. The queen 2-7-4. You want to fold that hand? Yeah, that's pretty high up in his range. So yeah, guys, we're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. Doug, let's get into things. So let's announce. Right. Me and Doug been talking about doing some kind of show long time. One of my first podcasts back in the day was the Power Poker Podcast with me and Doug. We talked about kind of doing a series for an extended period of time. And, that kind of went to the wayside. And over time, Doug's doing a lot of content on YouTube. I'm doing the podcast, other content on my YouTube. And we talked about doing a show together. So, Doug, tell people kind of what we came up with. What's our show idea? And yeah, let's talk about that a little bit.
All right. So this is the big announcement that we have for you guys here today.
Upswing Poker site is going to be started. Doug's moving to Malta. He's starting Upswing Poker site. I'm going to be the poker site. No. Oh, okay.
Don't believe him.
Okay, never mind. I'm not going to be the poker man.
Don't believe him.
Okay, never mind.
Anyway, so this is our big announcement. We've decided we're going to do a Pardon-the-interruption style poker show. We're going to have like different topics we're going to talk about. We're going to record it live. We're going to do it on Twitch. And then we're going to take those videos, put them on YouTube so you can catch them if you missed them. But we want to do something fun. Like we want to do our own show. Like no one in poker has ever really tried to do something like that before. Mm-hmm. You know, I think when you look at poker content, it's a lot of like level 1, like I'm playing poker type content, you know. And that's obviously great because like poker's an awesome game, but we want to try and do something that's a little next level, put some production quality together, and give you guys some insight from I don't know two of the. I feel like we have like the inside scoop, Joey. What would you say? I think we got the scoop.
I feel like we get an inside scoop. I mean, I don't know. We got, we playing poker a long time. I know a lot of people in the industry. Obviously now, I talk to a lot of people. You talk to a lot of people. I feel like we bring an intelligent viewpoint on, debatably, an intelligent viewpoint on many different topics around the poker world. And I think people out there are, they like hearing it. They're interested in it. The podcast that we always do, they always really enjoy it. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a fun way to kind of talk about different things. And I'm just going to try not to offend anyone, get anybody upset. I know, yeah, I'm going to try not to offend anybody. I don't know, man. That's going to be my biggest worry.
Honestly, Joey, since I started on like Twitch, YouTube, etc., my number one goal was never offend anyone, and I think I've done a great job so far.
I don't think that's true. There's some question in the chat. I got Michael Edrum's just quick question. Are you using red bronzer on his chest? No, I'm actually not using red bronzer on my chest. I had an intense chess match previous to the podcast, guys, and
here we go.
I'm just saying. I mean, okay, I don't know. The chess, playing fucking chess. No. All right, so let's get into things here, man. So that's gonna be. Do we decide on a day? That's gonna be next week's gonna be our first show, and we decide a day yet, or are we kind of keeping it open?
I think we're gonna try for Wednesday, but we still gotta get like some overlay stuff put together. We gotta make it look clean. We gotta get ready to give our viewers an enjoyable experience. Gotta come up with like the name of the show and stuff. So we gotta put some stuff together. I think we're hoping next Wednesday, but like not a firm date yet. Let's just see if we can get everything together for it.
Cool. And guys, of course, we're gonna be calling this show the Polker. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
All right, so let's get into things here, Doug. Why is the name of your show Poker Hands, not Polker Hands? Everyone wants to know, why is it not Polker Hands? It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so this is like the biggest running joke going on my channel right now, but
it's hilarious. Ha ha ha, guys.
When I started the channel, I was like, you know what? I want to do a news show, right? And so I was like, I'm going to name it Polker News because my last name is Polk, and because of poker, it just, it's whatever. It's a stupid. It's like almost not even really a pun. It's just kind of stupid, honestly. But whatever. And after I did Polker News, I started doing some other shows like Poker Hands. I did something called Poker Thoughts for a little bit. And I left that joke behind because I want to be able to move on into other things. I don't want it to become like I want to be a one-trick pony. I don't want it to be like, if I'm doing something, it's poker, right? I want to be able to like do different things. So then for some reason, there were a lot of people that were in every video I made, they would be like, hey, why isn't this called Poker Thoughts? Why isn't this called Polker Hands? And it was serious. Like I get like 1 to 3 of those a video. Like if you go back and look at my old videos, there's a bunch of people asking me that. And so this one day I did this video where I kind of made fun of all the comments that I got on YouTube because they were just so lol. I just wanted to be able to like, troll some people and like drop a few jokes and stuff. And I just like showed like a bunch of people asking me like, why isn't it called Polker Hands? And like I did a couple jokes, and I just like walked away from the camera at like the last one that I saw, right? And then everyone in the chat, like, or in the comments, responded like, wait, why isn't it called Polker Hands? And now every single video I make, the most upvoted comment is someone that's just like, hey, Doug, so I just thought I'd let you know, have you ever considered calling it Polker Hands? Because your last name is
Why wouldn't you call it that? I don't understand. I'm with them. I'm with those guys.
Yeah, why not, right?
I'm with them. I can understand. So it's not going to be called Polker Hands, correct?
I mean, you never know. Maybe sometimes, Joey, it takes a big man to admit when you're wrong and then fix things.
You're an idiot. All right, let's move on. Whatever. All right, let's get that out of the way. All right, let's talk about main event, World Series of Poker main event. Qui Nguyen took it down. Let me ask you a question, Doug. You've been known to potentially give some money away from time to time and not get it back. Have you ever been in a casino? Someone's come up to you and said, "Hey, can you put me in? You give me some money and play a tournament?" And you're like, "Tell you what, I'm gonna give you 80% of the buy. I'm gonna give you 80% for the buy-in. I'm just gonna give you an extra 20% just to keep for yourself." You ever done something like that before?
No, but I did give high stakes poker pro Brad Booth $30K in a transfer. No, I'm kidding. No, but so here's the thing about that story though, man. Like, so the guy that posted that on Facebook, do you know Andy, Dr. Andy?
Let me tell people real quick, just a little bit about the story. So allegedly, what's his last name?
Andy, it's like Andy Philachack.
Yeah, like Philachack, correct? I just want to make sure I got the name right. I'm pretty sure it's that. All right, so Andy Philachack posted a story on his Facebook page that got a lot of traction during the main event. Talked about how Qui Nguyen a bunch of years back came up to him and something about put him in a tournament. Can you put him in a tournament? He said he'll put you on a satellite. Gave him $2,000 for a satellite. Gave him $500 to keep, allegedly. Then he gets in touch with Qui Nguyen. He said, "Hey, Qui, how's the satellite going?" He says, "Fuck you. I ain't giving you your money. I'm keeping it." I don't know. I mean, you know, from what I've heard, reliable guy, but story doesn't. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what to think. What do you think about that?
Okay, so for starters, I've known Andy for a couple of years. In 2014, when I won the prestigious event that is the 1K Turbo, right? So just to be in that field to begin with, you know you're dealing with some pretty legit people. And
definitely, the
runner-up was Andy. So I got to play heads up with him for a bit. Someone made this GIF where we like body pumped, like it was like I don't know what it was. So there's a great GIF of us out there somewhere that I don't have offhand, but I got to talk with him a bit during that event, and ultimately coolered him to win a bracelet. And since then,
story of your career right there, cooler and everybody, huh?
Dude, that's all. Like, look, people get too carried away with poker strategy. Just have aces when they have kings. That's all it takes. Anyway,
exactly.
And hold, of course. So anyway, the point is, after that, I played several tournaments with Andy, some higher stake stuff, some lower stake stuff. He went through like a run of playing like a lot of 100Ks. So he was in the mix in all of those. He played in some 25Ks over Aria. So this is not like just like some rando dude is like calling him out, you know, like this is someone that's played in some higher stakes tournaments, has some deeper caches. He knows a good chunk of like, I guess, the higher stakes scene. And he's also like, if you've met Dr. Andy before, he's a really nice dude. Like he's like upbeat, he's always happy, he's a nice guy. He's just an all-around nice dude. And so when the story came out and he posted it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, so this guy was hanging around me when I won a bunch of money at a World Series event, and he like wanted a certain amount of money, and so I gave him some money." Well, obviously the first thing I'm thinking is like, dude, come on, like anyone that's like hanging around you on the rail is just like clearly someone you shouldn't give a bunch of money to, right? But at the same time, I could see him having done that because I know he's just like a good-hearted person. Even though he shouldn't be doing it, obviously. Very stupid move. I'm not saying that it was okay. Like, your EV on that 2,500 you're giving out is like some amount of hundreds. It's like, why would you do that? Anyway, so the point is, I could see that happening. I don't think he really has an incentive to lie about it, particularly over like this small amount of money when, you know, he's a fairly successful guy. I think he owns like a series of chiropractic. What are they called? What would that be called?
Chiropractor.
But it's a series of chiropractices, whatever the hell it would be. So he's a pretty successful guy. He's been in the scene for a while. I just don't think he's gonna like make up some story like, oh yeah, this guy like took $2K from me and like told me to like go fuck myself. I just don't see him lying about that really.
Yeah. So I feel like this is gonna echo 212-618.
What's going on?
A little bit of echo, a little bit of feedback on your end.
All right,
but I think we're good right now. But yeah, story. I don't know. Well, I just want to tell a story before we get into the main event because that was kind of floating around the main event. I feel like it's a little bit kind of relevant just in terms of what people are going to take away from this or think about it. It certainly should be discussed, but I don't know if it should be the main thing being discussed. And we're going to talk about that sort of after the thing. So main event happens. And did you watch? I know you were down in Punta Cana. You're on a beach. You're partying. You kick your feet up. You're with the girl. You guys are hanging out with what was that? So Punta Cana, you decided to take the main event off, huh? Punta Cana more important than the main event this year?
Honestly, I didn't realize they were going on at the same time. I just kind of like planned a bunch of stuff like a ways out, including Coop and Chicago and all this stuff. And then, it just like turned out to be during the main. So in retrospect, probably wasn't the best timing. But it is what it is. I planned the trip out too early to know that it was going to conflict.
Yeah, you were in Chicago for a little bit. It was nice. Got to see you. Got to see girlfriend. Got to see your future fiance. James. We got to meet up with James. Clayton was up there, so that's pretty cool while you were in town. And yeah, when Punta Cana went down there, I'm like, where's Doug? Where is he stealing Alex Raleig's strategy here, doing this Snapchat hands and Twitter hands? I don't know. I couldn't find you. And then the final day comes and you're nowhere to be found. I'm like, where the fuck is Doug at? Like, how's the main event? So I end up streaming on Twitch, and turns out a lot of people were interested in watching it on Twitch. Doug, you would have been surprised that people from outside the USA wanted to actually tune in to watch the World Series main event. I was shocked too. I didn't see that one coming as well. But turns out they did, and 9,000 people flocked to my Twitch channel, and they just let me stream the damn thing. So hey, shout out to me for stepping up to the plate and streaming it, and getting berated by new people because I had my head in the corner of the screen. I appreciate the comments, guys. I know you want me to shut the fuck up. I got it. You want to hear Antonio Esfandiari talk, but I was happy to stream it, and I know a lot of people got to see it because of that. So
there is a little bit of a gray line on that, because if the World Series decides to complain about it to Twitch and like file a complaint, they'll ban your channel.
Go ahead. Fuck. Listen, I died for I died for you guys. I don't care. You want to do it? Do it. Do it.
I mean, I feel like I am not as willing to just throw my channel away.
It was, I don't know, it was like, I want people to see. I kept asking, say, are you going to stream it? I said, no, I don't want to stream it. They said, hey, I want to watch it. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll stream the damn thing. I'll talk about it for a little bit. And it spiraled out of control. I don't know what happened. Like, it just all came out of nowhere. I mean,
you're playing for like an $8 million first place prize. Like, people are going to want to see that.
Yeah. You know what? I died for the poker community since, it's okay. I got my baby YouTube. We got Facebook Live coming up.
What a poker martyr, man.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. He wasn't smart. It was whatever. All right, so let's talk about main event. So you got to see the heads up part. You got to see Qui Nguyen versus Gordon Vayo. Obviously, a lot of conversation out there. A lot of people saying Gordon Vayo played like a beep. I can't say the word anymore because I'm not. Shout out to my team. Shout out to the women on my team. I can't say words like this anymore.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. Just to cut you off. Why can you not curse on your stream?
I can't say the words that people were using to describe Gordon's play at the final table.
Are you not allowed to like drop bombs here? I thought language was all right.
I got a new team. I got a new squad around me. We hired a squad of 7 women. So 7 women are on my team. So I can't say that he was playing like a bitch. I don't mean saying things like that.
I understand. Okay. All right. Let's move on.
Yeah, so he was playing very, very conservative. He was playing very. I'm sorry. I put the air quotes. No. Okay, we're good. I put the air quote. Okay, we're good. So yeah, he was playing very.
Don't worry, he's not grabbing anyone by the pussy.
Should I end it? When we turn it off? He just said that. No, we're good. Okay. He said you. She said you can say it. It's fine. All right. Okay. So
what is going on?
my team, man. I got a team.
Can you? All right. Whatever. Let's
I'll tell you about the team later, man. We got 7 people on the team. We got a squad here. Ike Hollywood Haxton got replaced on the beanbag chair by the team. So all right. His play. What do you think about the play of Gordon Vayo? What do you think? Do you think he played too tight?
Well, so I probably saw like 30 or 40% of the heads up, because like. It was like midnight or 1 a.m. and I'm like, I'm not gonna stay up until like I don't even know what hour just to sweat this thing when I have a flight in the morning. But
bang, bang.
Why is that bang bang? No one got shot anyway. So yeah, I mean it seemed like their styles really ended up going well for Qui Nguyen, because like his style was just like relentlessly go after all of the pots. And Vayo's style was relentlessly never be afraid to let go of anything always. And that's just like a rock versus scissors type matchup, And actually, like, it's kind of nice that it highlighted that, because what I found in poker, with specifically heads up, a lot of times there's certain circles where like one player will beat another player because of like the matchups like that. Like player A will beat player B, player B will beat player C. But then somehow player C matches up really well against player A, based on like how often you bluff, based on how often you call, based on how loose you play, based on how tight, all that stuff. So we definitely got to see a person get run over by another player. But like, you know, if Qui Nguyen had come up in my house and tried that bullshit, he would have gotten punked hard. So, I mean, it's just like, yeah, that's bang bang.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's just like one of those things where there should have been some adjustments that were made. And if Vayo had, I mean, really, I think the Queen 9 versus Jack 5 hand. Did you see it? It was one of my most recent.
That was kind of the one spot. He made two pair. Gordon did one time with 10-5. He was able to call him down. And that Queen 9 was basically the only other spot I feel like he could have made that hero call. And he still had second pair. You know, I can understand folding in that spot.
Yeah, I mean, saying he had second pair is weird because he had flopped top pair. Like, it's way different to say he folded second pair if it's like 10-9-4 than saying he folded second pair when it's 9-4-2 turn 10. Because you just don't only have 10s.
Oh, yeah, two cards instead of 4, you're right. Okay.
Yeah. So, sorry. In the 2-card game, the order of the cards matters.
Okay. So, great game of PLO. A little bit different. Okay. All right. So saying he had second pair is different because the turn's at 10. All right. That makes sense.
Right. So like, it's kind of like this. I mean, I did some more in-depth analysis in that video, but the bottom line is like, if you're just always going to fold a 9 when somebody does that, what they should do to counter you is just like bluff you relentlessly, because it's so hard for you to have better than a 9 in that spot. Like you just don't have better than a 9 really. Like maybe you have a hand like ace 10 or jack 10, or maybe occasionally you have like 10-9. But he was actually fast playing some of his stronger hands as well, which further hurt his ability to protect himself in those spots. And like, man, like also just like as someone that's played a lot of heads up, you can kind of tell when someone is just messing with you, you know, and like constantly like barreling. And the thing is, a lot of the hands went to showdown, or sorry, were streamed like 30 minutes later. So there should have been someone on the rail that could have been like, hey man, he's just like bluffing you a ton all over the place. Like even on that 9-4-2 hand he eventually folded, like Qui Nguyen had jack 5 and just bet flop, bet turn. Like he just had nothing. He just had like the 1 over card, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then he paired up the river and still jammed. Like, I mean, like that hand just like clearly what he thought was like, this guy's too much of a nit to call down. And that actually was true. And I guess the other thing is like when a lot of money is on the line and like everyone's watching you and you don't want to look like an idiot. Like you don't want to be the guy that had like top pair and like they just had like a set and stacked you to end the main or whatever. But the thing is like, if you're too afraid of that being the way that your tournament ends, you're just going to get run over, man. And so you just have to be okay with sometimes, like, dude, Queen 9 on 9-4-2 heads up, that's a really strong hand. That's like a really strong hand. Because you don't have 9-4 and 9-2 pre-flop. You don't have 4-2 pre-flop. So, like, a good 9 is, like, one of your best possible hands, you know? It should be treated that way. Not like, oh, I don't want to bust the main.
Weird game. I don't know. It's a weird game. I was watching. I wasn't sure what was happening. 2 cards. I was just looking confused when I was watching the game. But I'm kind of picking up. I've been in the Upswing Poker lab actually recently, trying to rediscover my love of Nolan Hold'em, and it's not coming back. But it's been fun to be in the lab and kind of learn a little bit more about the game because I haven't played it in 5 or 6 years now. So
nice. Yeah, the lab has gotten like a lot better than I originally anticipated it being. Like, the aim, of course, was more recreational and small stakes players, but there's a lot of shit in there to learn now, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. They didn't pay. There's a little bit echo on my. I can hear myself a little bit. Turn down a little bit. We're live, guys.
Wait,
now it's more.
How's that?
Oh, it sounds way better.
Okay.
You changed the microphone to a good mic. It sounds like 100% better. Yeah.
Okay. So you were probably on the wrong mic before.
Yes, we were on the Busto microphone. You were on probably the webcam mic, and now you're on the actual mic.
Oh, nice.
Wow, it sounds so much better. Okay. Now we're here. Now we can start. But yeah, I think yeah, for you guys to know, obviously Upswing Poker Lab has been you know, like I'm not saying this, you know, because Doug's in the show and like this is his thing. Like the Upswing, I actually interact with a lot of people that are in Upswing in the lab, the Facebook group. I get to see the comments, I get to see the feedback. The comments are great. You know, the feedbacks are great. I mean, it seems awesome. Like, I don't know, like, obviously we've talked about this a lot. I'm not big into like promoting even what I'm doing. And, but as you mentioned, when you believe on something and when you're passionate about something and when you think something helps people, then you want to talk about it. You want to get it out there. You want to help other people find it. And I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of good stuff and just bringing new content, bringing new ideas, new modules, new interaction, new engagement with the people. And I feel like been a lot of good results from people so far. So
for sure. And I'm right there with you, man. Like, I think this is true for both of us. We've both like been real careful with like aligning ourselves with any companies and like what we're doing. And we like to do our own thing. And like, other than Upswing, I'm not really promoting almost anything right now, So it's just like Upswing is, I'm a co-owner, but I also have put so many hours into making that product good. And like, I want to make it so whenever someone purchases something from us, they get back way more in value than they paid for. And you create that positive value loop, So yeah, I'm happy with like the amount of content we got in there. I'm happy with the general feedback. I like can't believe like how much it's grown already. It's kind of sick. I mean, it only came out in March, still like 7 months old or something like that, 8 months old.
We have a local Twitch streamer Tonka in the chat asking for if there's going to be a Raz Lab anytime soon.
Yeah, that's up next, but unfortunately I can't give any details. We're getting Harley right in there though.
So there's not going to be a Raz Lab, are you trying to say?
There's not going to be a Raz Lab yet. I don't know. Let's ask the audience here. What do you guys want a Raz Lab?
All right, let's not talk about that ever again, please. I'm not even going to try to run that joke out. So, all right, so back, main event. We'll finish that up a little bit, and then we'll kind of move on to something else. So, main event, Qui Nguyen wins, and overall, what do you think about the experience this year? What do you think about the show? What do you think about the commentary with Antonio and with Lon McEarchern, Norman Chad back again? What was your kind of takeaway from that?
Well, I thought overall it was good. There was definitely some moments where Antonio said some shit that was just like super ridiculous, and like there was a comment when it got down to heads up. I forget what the exact comment was, where he's like, "Think about heads up. It's like all based around momentum," and like I was just like, that is just simply not true. I mean, that's just not true. And so I tweeted something about it, and then everyone's like, "Oh, you don't know what it's like in the main, like heads up. It's like it is all about momentum." And I'm like, what? Like, I feel like people just love to be like, "Oh man, heads up." It's like they love to like glamorize it in this way that makes it not just like math, but it's just math. It's just like a series of math problems. I mean, and then also like people overplay. Like, yeah, I guess I can understand that maybe some people tilt harder heads up than others, but I think there's a lot of players that don't tilt. Like, I think that angle gets overplayed a bunch as well. And anyone that's going to tilt playing heads up is also going to tilt playing full ring. I mean, what heads up's all about is how do you handle having really marginal hands in a lot of shitty situations. That's what heads up's about. It's not about momentum.
You sure? For no one? No exceptions? No potential? Maybe it's different? No?
I mean, it's about math. If you suck, then yeah, I guess.
I don't know, man. You broke down that Miss Finland hand and you made it sound like you put it on a serious spin. So I don't know. Maybe you're playing chess and everyone else out here is playing checkers, Poppy. Maybe they should. Maybe momentum shouldn't be a thing for maybe a player like yourself, but maybe for some of the other unexperienced players out there, maybe some of the borderline winning players, obviously in the chat today right now. Maybe for those guys, momentum might matter in their matches they play against their opponents.
Joey, I've been playing chess for many years. You
have. Remember, you used to play with your grandpa. Remember, you told on the last podcast, talked about you used to go with your grandpa and you're 8 years old and you guys used to play together.
It was my dad, but yeah, we played chess. Yeah. Dude, I mean, like, I'm not taking away that like people can get rattled, but I also think that they get rattled no matter what the form of poker is. I don't think that's like a heads up specific thing. I think if you're the kind of guy that gets emotional and makes decisions, that's going to hurt you in any form of poker. So I don't really buy that argument as far as why heads up is like that. I mean, I guess you do play every hand, so maybe you have less time to cool down. But at the same time, I think the degree of how big that is compared to just playing like a good strategy, it's just not really comparable.
All right, well, I gotta be honest. I don't know what you're talking. I don't really know what you're saying right now. Heads up, no limit hold'em. Not my game. Let's just talk about the main event. So you think the coverage was good? Do you like the style? Do you like the stream? Do you find it entertaining? Do you think the people out there liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was good. The only problem is when it's a live stream and they have that many hours, it can get a little repetitive on the commentary side. And you can also tell that, oh my God, what's the guy's name that's not Norm Chow or Norm, what are both their names?
Lon McEarchern and Norman Chad.
Norman Chad. I almost said Chow. Norman Chad and Lon McEarchern. Yeah, I think that, like, especially Lon gets, like, kind of conservative on, like, can I say something and is it right or not? Or do I have to run everything by Antonio?
So you think Lon gets that way?
Yeah, for sure. He'd like be like, can you do that? Like, just constantly. But overall, I think it's a good product. I mean, I was like at some hotel that night, flying back to Vegas the next day, and like a bunch of people just had it on in the bar area and were watching it. So clearly, it's a popular thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seemed like, I was kind of gauging some of the Twitter feedback from non-poker regulars. A lot of great feedback. A lot of people saying Gordon Vayo plays fucking terrible. I mean, this is like the general. I read this everywhere on Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, like random people I don't even know. I had someone at the gym. The guy that my boy, shout out to my boy Tez, man. That's one of my guys at the gym, man. He's like, I was watching the game. That white guy, he seemed like he played really fucking weak. Just pulled a lot. He was like, do you think he's playing well? I'm like, I mean, I think he got a little unlucky where he kind of never really had a hand that was kind of strong enough to go with. The one time or two times he made a hand, Qui Nguyen made a better hand than him. The one time he flops top pair, Qui Nguyen's got top pair, top kicker. He flops queen 5, makes the backdoor flush draw to stay alive. But it just, I don't know. I don't think, some people on Twitter talking about this is going to be held against Gordon for the rest of his life that he played this. I don't think so. Honestly, I don't remember what happened the past 7 years of the main event. So I don't think that people are going to be like, yeah, Gordon, you fucking suck. You only won $4.some million and you got second in the main event. Like, I don't see that happening.
I guess I disagree. When you think about people's careers that have gotten second in the main over the last like 10, 15, 20 years, they almost never end up being known for anything other than getting second in the main.
Name me 8 people that got second in the main event. Go.
I don't watch the main event broadcast.
You can, okay. Well, yeah, I can't name them.
Darvin Moon got second one year.
Okay. David Williams. That was like 13 years ago. Who got last year?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
Who won last year?
Joe McKeon.
Oh, Poppy. I don't know.
Yeah, you had him on the pod like the other day, right?
I don't watch the main event. I don't know. I like watching the main event. I just watched it this year because I was streaming it.
Anyway,
okay. This is my point. This is my point. This is that. I just made my point.
This is my point. Like to the poker audience, I mean, that's what they're always going to be known for. As like, I think that Vayo will be lucky if he does not end up being that guy that played really weak to lose the main event. And the thing is that fair? No, it's obviously not fair. I mean, let's put like 80% of the people that are like, oh man, this guy sucks. Let's put them in there and see how they play. Yeah. It's like, come on, guys. But at the same time, he did play really weak. I mean, he just didn't. He just played too weak. He didn't give himself like a fighting chance to really win unless he coolered him, which is not how to play heads up.
Mm-hmm. Qui Nguyen, take it to the streets, old school style.
Old school style, man. He just barreled. Just barrel them off, and then they'll fold eventually.
So question for you, good for poker or bad for poker? I mean, I don't think bad for poker, but people always say, is this Baccarat professional now winning the main event? Is it good for poker? We might get a Vietnamese, I don't know. We might get a Baccarat. I don't know, Spike. I'm not sure. What do you think?
Where are you going with this?
It's one of those good. I don't know. It's one of these good for poker.
All the Baccarat players are like, that maybe there's something going on here. No, I mean, obviously good for poker. When you look at the winners of the last like 8 or 9 events, it's all been like really young people that generally played online, generally kind of were the image of like the new age pro, that type of image. And so this is like a solid step into like the other like normal-ish people can win. I mean, I'm not saying that he's a normal guy by any stretch of the imagination.
Unconventional. I learned from the telecast. He's an unconventional guy.
Whatever we want to label it, we can label it. But the thing is, like, someone that isn't just like a new school pro from the internet can still win the main event, right? And I think, like, when you look at a lot of older people, it's actually one of the reasons why I was hoping Bax would win the main. And I guess until I saw how Nguyen was playing, I was rooting for Bax, because I think it's good for people when they see someone that's kind of more like them win something or win the main. It like brings in more people like that. And so, like, you know, other than Bax, like, older people just haven't had a shot at winning the main in a long time. And if you look at the way that, yeah, we see all these young pros deep, but it's because they have the edge, and so you're more likely to see them deep in the tournament. But there are a lot of older people that play in the main event. I mean, I would imagine it's like over half of the mains over people that are like over the age of 45, right?
I don't know. We gotta get the demographic list from WSOP. I'm sure they have it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, I don't know. I mean, this could be something where people forget about it in 2 months. You know, maybe we'll see an uptick. I'm not sure. Maybe the untracked Asian poker sites, maybe those guys get a natural 8 shot, the kitty shot, the big dick, you know, Schwan, maybe Dong or Kim, of course. You know, maybe those sites get a boost from this. You know, I'm not sure how we're going to be able to really gauge, but I don't know. I mean, I guess it can't be bad, right?
Yeah, it absolutely cannot be bad. Anytime that somebody wins the main and they're from like a certain region, it helps out. Like, I'm sure that there was a massive boom in Aussie poker after Hachem won, right?
Aussie!
That was the thing, man.
Yeah, man. Joe Hachem's the man. I like Joe Hachem. Shout out to Joe Hachem. He's an Australian ambassador for the game, man. He's still doing a lot of stuff down in Australia. He's very well known around there. So
yeah, he made some video a couple years ago where he was basically like, all of the new main event champions like are hurting the game or something. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember something like that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think you certain people, I guess, expect the main event winners to be these ambassadors, to be these guys who are going around spreading the game of poker. And I obviously understand people that don't want to do that. It's not in their personalities. It's not like they just don't want to. They don't care. They don't want to get more people in poker. I can understand that. And I can also understand where Joe's coming from, where he thinks that, you know, that's the route he took. And he feels like other players, other people should do that too.
I think if you win the main, you should do whatever you want to do. I mean, if you want, you know, a platform to be able to talk to people, be able to get your message out there, then that's cool. If you just want to like chill out, sit in your big pile of gold you just won, that's also cool. Like, I don't think that there's really any, you know, poker's gambling. It's not like, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, poker's an awesome game, and I'm very happy for what poker's done for me. But also, for a lot of people, poker or gambling in general can be a very dark thing.
Oh boy,
so, I mean, you know, like the Dan Coleman approach. Like, he basically was like, he won all that money and felt like gambling is like a negative thing for most people. So he didn't want to promote it for that reason. And I guess, like, I mean, we both know that if either one of us won the main, we would like fully embrace the role of poker ambassador, you know. But like for a lot of people, they don't want to do that. They want to focus on other things or kind of hide behind the scenes or whatever. And when the spotlight gets put on you, they just don't either react well to it, or they're just not prepared to want to have that, you know, that voice. And also, you know, the last like 10 winners or whatever, everyone was under like 27 until this year, right? Something like that, or 30 or whatever. There's a lot of young guys. And so at that point, I think a lot of people are still kind of finding where they want to go in their careers, what they want to do with their lives. And they're not really prepared to be put in this role where you are probably the most revered poker player of that year, you know, as like a 23-year-old player that's played maybe 1 year of live poker or something, and now all of a sudden people respect you and want to hear your opinion. Well, maybe you don't have opinions. Maybe you don't know what you think about things. Maybe you're not ready to take that role, and now you're being like thrown into this position where other people are expecting you to like be up to a certain standard when you're not ready to be there even in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing I've come to learn from being on poker Twitter is that, you know, if you win a tournament or if you have success at poker, you are very knowledgeable about essentially any subject that might come up for the public, and people in the poker community then look at you to provide them, you know, the way that they should be thinking about these subjects, whether it's football, whether it's politics, whether it's, you know, television reviews. So yeah, I can understand certain main event winners not being, you know, not feeling like, hey, maybe I don't have that in me. Maybe like I don't want to be that voice of authority for all these issues, and everything that I say on Twitter is going to be, you know, they're going to be taken to some type of way. It's going to be taken like, oh, this is, you know, how it should be. So
also the thing is this, on the internet, especially like as more people listen to you or see you or whatever, you're just going to get a lot of people attacking you for various things. So you kind of have to have some thick skin, you know, to be able to like put up with people making fun of a 32-minute video you did once, whatever, you know, and like the response from the people on the internet can be negative. And so maybe a lot of these guys don't want to be put in a spot where they just like get attacked for what they say about stuff, and instead they just rather would not say anything at all.
How long video was that? You said 32 minutes?
I don't know.
Yeah, we could say something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
we do something like, listen, you make a 32-minute video, people are going to say some things, dog. I don't know, man. I mean, hey, you know,
a 32-minute video, aka
for real,
one of the shortest Joey videos ever made.
I'm talking with people though. I'm having a conversation with a guy. I'm not in my room talking about being on a bed till 5 a.m. 32 minutes, man. Okay.
I'm just saying, I think your average video time is over 1 hour, and you give me shit about a 30-minute video.
Yeah. You might. All right. Tell you what. Listen, that William Kassouf video you made, to be fair, I'd like to see you guys on I like it. I just want to see it. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the most popular poker player in the world, William Kassouf. So William Kassouf, obviously everybody knows who he is now. You made a video about him. I made a video about him. He was on the podcast. Everyone loves it. The feedback from this guy is amazing on social media. And like, it's crazy how ESPN essentially like has this type of power to then, you know, obviously the person has to just be whatever, be themselves, be something. But it's amazing what ESPN can then do. It can turn this regular live 1-2-2-5 player back in England to now becoming this guy that everyone loves and thinks he's like how poker should be, and how, you know, bringing exciting back to poker. And now he's this everywhere, man. I see that video I retweeted the other day. He's on the cover of Bluff Europe. A guy flew to Europe. This guy's an American guy. He's like a flight attendant. He flew to Europe and meets Kassouf in a hotel lobby to take a video with the guy. I mean, and they play live together. It's crazy. I mean, it's wild, man.
I'm gonna say something, and I'm sure that there's gonna be some immediate negative feedback from people on this. But I like I like what he's trying to do, but my God, when he talks, it is so annoying sometimes because he talks so fast. It's like I can't even keep up with what he's saying. And that combined with the accent, like I can kind of understand where some of the people at the table, like if someone was tanking for three minutes every decision and like talking like that at them, I think I would get pretty tilted at some point.
Not me. I think it's great for the game. I think it's totally in line. I don't think he's anything. Shout out to all my people out there in England. That's the second biggest country that watches my podcast. I got nothing bad to say about you. You guys are crazy. You guys say some intense things.
But Joey, doing some pandering to the base.
I'm learning from you, Poppy.
Shout out to England. You guys have the best fish and chips. Also, that English weather is the nuts, and your women are super hot. Like, I mean,
hey, let's not get carried away. They gave us Black Mirror, all right? All right, that's what I'm gonna go that far. I'm not gonna get carried away.
You know, I'm half British, right?
Stop it.
What do you mean, stop it?
You're half British.
Are you trolling me? You're trolling me.
Are you serious right now?
I'm serious right now. My mom is not an American citizen.
No, you have dual citizenship?
If I wanted, I could apply for it, but I always thought America was just, you know, the play.
Bang, bang. So,
I mean.
Okay. Okay. What can that do? Like, so where does this get you? Can you do that?
Well, I can fly. I have really bad teeth. My family all has the accents on that one side. Yeah. That's basically it.
I'm not sure. Are you doing me to me? Are you pulling a me on me right now?
Am I pulling it? Let's keep the combo moving here. Back to Kassouf. Let's keep it on Kassouf for a second.
You're not British. Stop it.
Back to Kassouf. Anyway, the point is, I think what he was doing was generally within the rules. You know, like, if someone goes all the way and it's back to him, he can talk as much as he wants. There's no more decisions to be made. And, like, people are getting upset that he's doing that. Like, he's allowed to talk, you know? I mean, that's just the way the game works. Where it's over the line is, okay, it's like, for example, the check your privilege hand was, like, way over the line from Griffin Benger, and Kassouf was totally in the right there. But the one where, like, the woman had to decide her tournament life, and he was, like, essentially harassing her. I'm going to actually just say harassing. I mean, he was saying a lot of mean things, you know? He was, like, fold in the world's, like, going to see, like, how bad you are. It's going to be embarrassing for you. Like, you know, he's just, like, really trying to get under her skin. And then when the floor is like, you know, you just stop talking, he was just like, and just, like, doing, like, all these hand gestures and stuff. And it's like, dude, like, this is just over the line. Like, if someone else is trying to make an important decision, sometimes you just got to be quiet and let them do that. That's within the rules. But if it's on you, like, go to town. Like, you can say whatever you want. I mean, it's not really like those are two very different things. And I feel like it turned into this thing where it's like, all right, Kassouf, like, are you pro or against, right? And I felt like maybe there's a lot of different segments of the community that feel different ways. And I did a poll on my Twitter about this where I was like, okay, so when it comes to Kassouf, like, do you think, like, he's out of line? Do you think he's, like, you know, just like, okay, just like several different things. And like, let me actually pull it up right here. I think I have the results of that. But, like, the bottom line was that people had, like, a pretty mixed opinion. Here we go. So I asked people, this is the most divided I've seen people on an issue within poker. What are your thoughts on Will Kassouf? And it got 2,400 votes. And the options were, he needs to check his privilege, has moments both ways, annoying but within the rules, and bringing life to poker. So kind of like the most negative to, like, all the way to the most positive. And it got, like, pretty mixed results on what people thought. Like, the most popular answer was annoying but within the rules. And that only had 37%. It was actually, like, pretty well spread out between all the options. So, you know, you have, like, it's funny that you have, like, all of these different segments of the community that all feel strongly one way or another. And in a way, it reminds me almost a little bit of kind of like the 2016 presidential election where, like, everyone feels, like, strongly, you know, and they, like the people that are pro-Kassouf, like, hate the people, like, that are, like, you know, sticking up for Benger or whatever, and the people that, like, there's, like, a lot of very decisive groups of people. But the thing is, like, each individual issue that he had, each individual moment he had, they're all different. And so you have to look at them as different things. So, like, overall, I would say annoying but within the rules is probably, like, the most fair analysis. But he can't, like, he can't badger people while they're trying to make serious decisions. That's just against the rules.
I like the guy. He's my new favorite poker player. I'm happy he's in poker. I'm happy that everyone's saying 9 high like a boss. I'm happy that there's been reports of people asking, you know, when you're in hand, how far to Hollywood? That's a great question, William. How far to fucking Hollywood's right, my friend. I think William Kassouf, I think he needs to go to Hollywood. I think he's got a shot. I think he like can do things. Honestly, like I think he can do something with himself. I don't think he's got to be in poker anymore.
I don't know if he's quite at the point where he's ready to not be in poker anymore.
I'm going to say one thing, and this isn't going to be popular. I think that some people that go deep in the main event might be overestimating their ability at the great game of poker.
No.
I got a feeling from some things I've read and some things I may have heard. People that go deep in the main event may be thinking they're a little bit better than they might actually be at poker.
But I might counter, they made it deep in the most prestigious tournament. So who are you to say?
Have we ever? I mean, we haven't made it deep in the most prestigious tournament, have we?
I min cashed once. That year I was pretty good. You don't even play, do you?
Come on, I'm not kidding.
How do you not play the main? Come on. Hold
not
on.
Gonna be able to do it. No, man. Hey, PLO, baby. PLO.
Dude, the main is like, it's just the stone nuts, man. It's the Stone Nuts. It's the highest value tournament really in the world.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as you guys say, in deep runs in the main zero. I agree. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens with William. I hope William sticks around for a while. And so my idea that I gave you, I texted you this idea, was that I think that you should try to turn William Kassouf into one of the best poker players in the entire world, because the better he gets at poker, the more he starts winning, the better it is for the game. I think Kassouf can take us to that, take us to that next level. I feel like he's got the shot, man. He's out there, he's chasing the stuff, he's going after, he's doing a lot of media stuff, he's got his website up, he's selling some clothing, man, he's interacting with the fans. Like, I feel like he's got a shot to really make himself be one of these, next level kind of players.
Yeah, I mean, there would be some pretty annoyed people if I started coaching Kassouf and he was in high rollers and shit. There would probably be some pretty sad people about that. But I mean, yeah, he's a personality. He's got his own thing going here. But by the way, just someone messaged me this. Shout out to Dietrich Fast. Apparently, Kevmath posted that the average age in the main event was 40 years old. So, I mean, even Qui Nguyen, I mean, he's what, 35?
There's not, no. You think I was 35? Qui Nguyen?
I think, or no?
I don't think so.
How old is he? I don't even know.
43?
I guess I just don't know. Anyway, that's the average age.
Yeah. Oh, well, all right. Let's get on from that. So we got Qui Nguyen up there. So YouTube, man, obviously doing a lot of YouTube stuff, putting out a lot of content each day. You got Polker Hands, you got Poker Thoughts, you got what else you got? You got some updates on your video, man. I can't say them. Never mind. But you're doing a lot of good stuff on YouTube, man. What's your kind of feeling on YouTube right now? Obviously, the stuff's a lot of popular, and people are loving it. They're enjoying it. You're giving some great analysis on the hands. I think it's you know what, Doug? It's not even debatable. I think it's the best hand analysis series on YouTube. And obviously, you got some tough competition out there with some of these other guys making these hand analysis videos right now. He's got a real tough, tough, competitive, nice winning players. But
Yeah.
What do you think about YouTube right now? How are you feeling about it, the future of your content there? Doug's gone. All right, give some shout outs while Doug leaves. I don't know where he went. We got a lot of people out here today, boys. Who we got, man? Who we got? Let's see. David Castillo, what up, David? Poppy. Bart, what's up, Bart? Fair Milk. Whered he go, honestly?
My bad. We're back.
All right, he's back. Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead. What did I say? I don't know.
So you're talking about
what are you thinking about with your YouTube content? How are you feeling about that right now?
So first off, I've been doing YouTube for about 4 months now, a little bit over 4 months, 4.5 months, and it's been really interesting because it's such a different platform than Twitch. I started doing Twitch probably 6 months ago, and then started up the YouTube after that. But I really do enjoy the platform a lot more, because you get to really decide what kind of content you want to make, and you can plan out jokes and stuff. And I really enjoy the strategy more. Like Twitch is way more about just show up, stream, and troll people, or at least that's what it is to me. But YouTube is way more about what videos do I think people want to see, what will get more views, what will people respond well to, what kind of jokes can I make? How can we use editing to make it funny? How can I put out a better product? And really try to I guess more perfect that craft, rather than Twitch, where it's just show up, we're going to stream for however many hours today. And I like that because, well, first off, it's less time intensive, but also I feel that it allows me to be way more creative. Whereas on Twitch, you can only be so creative. I mean, if I stream the first hour, I can crack jokes and it'll be great. But by hour 4 or 5, it's hard to be that creative and funny when you're just in front of people for that long of a period of time, So I guess I enjoy the platform. I'm going to keep up YouTube and Twitch and see where it goes. I do have an exciting announcement though that you don't know about. I have another announcement here today, man.
Okay, what's the announcement?
And the announcement is I am actually going to try and start another YouTube channel not related to poker.
Please don't tell me it's gonna be you going around shooting video blogs of yourself every fucking day, and you're gonna pay somebody $7,000 to do it.
No,
Okay.
it's not going to be that. Shout out to Jamie Staples though. But I'm going to do a channel where, and I'm not totally sure what it's going to look like in its final form, but a lot of times I just think like I want to either like make a video or like joke about something or just like make some content that's not poker related. And like, I just don't really feel like I have a place to put that out in, to put that out at. Like, if I just did a video and put it on the poker channel, people would be like, what's going on? Why are you talking about this? You know? But no, it's not going to be like a vlog style channel. I think those are like, in general, kind of lame. I mean, dude, even when I do a vlog, like I've not done many vlogs, like really, I've done like 4 or 5, maybe 6 vlogs on my channel, probably less. But most of them have actually been like reasonable stuff, you know? Like when I won the W Coop thing, running into Phil Hellmuth at the Cubs game, you know, just like some stuff like that. But what I find is when I'm talking about okay, so vlogs are great at the start. You're like, what's up guys? This is Doug and we're vlogging today. Today we're going to be talking about this and this. And then by the time you're like,
nope, you missed the tag. You missed the tag. Climbing up a hill, jagged little pill. We all got dreams, baby. You missed the tag. You need a tagline.
I need a tag. Oh God, we're going to do this again?
You need a tagline, yeah.
I need a tagline. All right, we'll think about it.
Okay.
But anyway, the point is, I'm not really planning on doing vlog stuff. It just gets too boring. Like when you're like, okay, and then I got lunch, salad as usual. Like I don't know, it's just
kind of salad you get.
It had chicken and like you know, it's just
nice. Okay, what are you on a diet? Why'd you get chicken and avocado in the salad?
Yeah, I just like I don't.
Can we put my voice in the? Well, let me ask questions through the video blog. Let me like put my voice in there. You can like I'll set you up with the questions.
This isn't going to be a vlog channel. It's not.
I know what you mean. You know, like so you're basically like for me. If I want to make a video, I just like put it up there, and if it's not like the same stuff, it's a little different. Like I don't necessarily care. I just whatever I put it up. But for you, I understand. You know, you want to keep this channel one thing, and then you want to have the other channel, you know, be other things. Whether it's kind of something you're working on, whether it's you in the gym getting those fucking gains and those muscles getting swole, whether it's the juice cleanse you're on right now, whether it's I don't know what other things maybe we see on there, man. I know you've been doing some other things too. What else can we expect, you think?
I kind of am probably gonna lean most towards just doing comedy stuff. Like joking about like stuff that's in the news or like pop culture or
oh hell no, wait a second,
or stuff on YouTube.
You're trying to be let's do that. Yeah, I'm in. That sounds fun. I want to watch. You can be
you're in, all right.
You want to be the drama guy?
Yeah. Actually, my first video on the channel, I'm not sure if it's out yet or it's gonna be out in a little bit. It'll probably be out today. But I like make fun of him a little bit in that as well. I mean, dude, I just want to be able to like make fun of people, make fun of stuff, tell jokes, and just like enjoy that process and do it in like a non-poker environment and just see if like there's viewership there. Like I don't know. I mean, I've never tried it before. Like I've never been on YouTube or Twitch until like 6 months ago, and I want to test out and see if maybe I can do something that's more mainstream, and then use that as a way to try and bring new people into the game of poker. You know?
I think that's a great idea. That's a really good idea. I like the idea a lot. I'm excited for it. I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, it could fail miserably. It could go miserably because these are just going to be random videos where I just talk about stuff. Like the first one, I just like make fun of like other people on YouTube and like troll and like whatever. I have no idea how this is going to go, but the thing is, what I like about it is if I can do it well, if I can make content people enjoy outside poker, there's like a much bigger ceiling on audience than within poker, you know?
Mm-hmm. I agree. I mean, and let's all right, let's be honest here for a second, okay?
All right. Let's be real.
Be real for a second, right? So
all
I
right.
know some of these guys on YouTube that are doing these things, right?
Right.
Not the smartest, hardest working guys. I'm just gonna like these guys are successful guys. Not the most intelligent guys. Not the guys with the best execution. Debatable how much talent they really have at whatever it is they're doing, and they're doing pretty well. And some of the other guys making content, you know, some of the guys making content maybe in that same space. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there's a spot for a guy like yourself maybe to come in there and you know, do something fun.
We'll see, dude. I mean, I'm still gonna keep my focus on the poker channel. It's growing. It's going awesome. I'm really happy with like where it is at this point. You know, it started 4 months ago, and it's just growing so fast. So I'm definitely gonna continue to have, you know, Poker Hands, the occasional Polker news, put out some more stuff on the channel. I'm kind of debating whether I'm going to continue to put Twitch highlights on the channel or not, because, you know, I know that there is a base of people that do enjoy those, but I do feel like that's worse content than my other stuff. In fact, if you guys like have any opinion on that, I'm all ears. But you know, I guess like I just want to continue to do what I'm doing in poker. I want to continue to do some Twitch streaming. I want to continue to do some YouTube videos. And I just want to just throw my hat in the ring in like a more general genre and like see how I can do, man.
I like it. I mean, obviously a lot of guys in the chat, you know, they want more poker and stuff like that. But I understand that, you know, like you kind of, it's like fun. I mean, I don't know, like you have a personality. You have personality where you like to be sarcastic. You like to fire some shots, hit some bang bangs, and it'll probably be a little bit easier in these other areas where there's like a, you know, in poker, there's not many people to talk about that don't already maybe have a relationship with as well too. Whereas outside of here, there's like there's infinite people on there. I mean, I don't know. It sounds fun.
Here's the real problem with like sometimes in poker, it's just like, and this is ultimately why I went from having poker news like every week to like whenever. It's just like some weeks in poker, there's just a lot less going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I could do a more general channel and just talk about whatever is going on, I think there's just so much more of a platform to pick topics out and like make jokes. Honestly, my favorite thing on YouTube, and I know that people, what they most like from me is just like strategy, because it's really my strategy videos that get the most views. But I really enjoy like the comedy and the trolling and like making fun of people, even myself.
Turns out I like that too. That's the most fun part of this. Come on.
I'm totally down to like throw myself under the bus too a little bit and just like that's just like the lighthearted like fun is my favorite part about content, period. And so like I want to just try and see if like I can do that in a more like general setting. And I'm excited, man.
I'm excited too, man. You can bring our boy Adrian Fenix. You can go out to Colombia with Adrian when he's on one of his Tuesday night Gringo Tuesdays expeditions at the local Medellin or Guadalajara. I don't know the other name in Colombia, the other city in there. You could do one of those things where you go there and do like I just want to give Adrian a shout out. That was kind of my way to fit him in there. So what's up, Adrian Puppy? You don't follow my buddy Adrian Fenix on Twitch? You gotta check it out. Member of the Grind Nation and one of
I tried to check out Adrian's stream the other day. And I don't remember what hour in the morning it was, but I pull up his stream, and there's just like some girl like shaking it and like grinding on Adrian on stream. Do you know what I'm talking about, Joey?
Well, it turns out, Doug, that's happened a little bit more than one time. So
it's happened more than one time?
It's been multiple times that's happened, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. He's enjoying Colombia. Listen, there's some people that go to Colombia, they don't enjoy themselves. Not my buddy Adrian. He goes to Colombia, he goes hard. He goes all in. All right, and he enjoys himself there. So he's been having a good time. Let's put it like that.
All right.
So he's having a good time. So new channels coming up. Should we go somewhere? What's the link? Give me a CTA. Come on. Where we about to find it?
I'm not. Let me see if this. I'm gonna. I'll have it like later today or tomorrow or something. Like I don't think I have it on me. We're still creating the channel and stuff. It's I don't know. I gave the announcement a little early just because, you know, seemed fitting. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm excited for that channel, man. You know I'm gonna find my way on a video on that channel, man. I'm trying to. I sometimes go troll in these. Never mind.
What?
Yeah. Okay, there's these guys Light Twins on YouTube. They comment on your video. Sometimes they comment on mine. They do these videos where they make allegations that YouTubers have eating disorders. And they're like, oh, this person's got eating disorder, and they like break down their videos and they like say why they have an eating disorder. I don't know if they have an eating disorder, but sometimes I like to go in the comments and like say like this person gave me an eating disorder, and then I get to battle against their fans. It's really fun. Like I have a great time doing it, and yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's kind of.
See, I feel like in terms of getting in the mix. In like certain issues and with people and like drama and stuff, I feel like you've really tried to walk the hard middle line. You know, you really tried to like not like the person you make fun of the most by far is me. It's like not even close.
Well, I mean, listen,
It's not even close.
You're one of the most successful poker players on the internet of all time. You're one of the most popular players. You have one of the brightest futures in the entire world. Anybody I know. All right, I think you can handle it a little bit, kid.
It's cool, but you see, not all of us have decided to take that noble path. Sometimes you just gotta make fun of people, you know, and like usually it's very lighthearted. Like, and it's also important, by the way, to also try and make fun of yourself too. Like, if you can't laugh at yourself, it's like making fun of other people is kind of weak sauce. You gotta like mix it in there.
No, I get what you're saying. Someone keeps asking for the GTOs away like tank top. You want a GTOs away of life tank top? No, that's not the one. I don't know, man. I don't try to sell these things. I'm not pushing the merchandise like Upswing Poker is. So, but yeah, Doug, I'm excited for that, buddy. So I guess, so what's your plan with poker? You're still planning to do that? Are you still going to plan to be a part of the poker world online? Like, what's kind of your thinking with that?
So I'm not going anywhere. Obviously still creating content for Upswing. Obviously still part of Grind Nation, still streaming on Twitch, still making YouTube videos. I mean, I'm doing everything still. I'm just, rather than being like all in on Twitch and YouTube every day, I'm doing things a little more spread out and trying to pick my battles more. But yeah, like, I mean, poker's been great to me, man. Like, I'm very thankful that poker gave me the opportunity to be where I am today. And there's still, you know, in a given year, I'm still going to play like a bunch of tournaments and some cash occasionally. And, you know, so I'm still going to be involved in the poker scene. I'm just like, you know, just seeing what's out there.
I like it, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you come up with. And I guess, you know, you can ultimately try to bring those people back to Upswing Poker. Maybe you can get them in the lab. $27. Maybe you can get them the post-flop engine. $7. Maybe you can get them to get your email list free.
Exactly. That's why I'm in it for the emails. But no, man, like seriously, just for a moment, take a step back.
Okay.
If I was able to make like a bigger mainstream YouTube channel, right?
Right.
And then also be able to talk about the fact that I play poker there, or I also make poker videos, you can actually start to make poker bigger by getting that audience on YouTube there, you know? And like, yeah, obviously that's great for me because I have Upswing Poker and I can sell training and stuff, but that's also just good for poker as a whole if people are doing more to try and get casual people into the game.
I'm with you, buddy. I mean, I agree. I think
and that's why more rake is actually better because no, I'm kidding.
Well, what do you mean? I think it isn't higher rakes good for players, right?
It's just
it protects the recreational players, doesn't it?
It's just good for the game, man.
Yeah, well, that's why PokerStars is doing it. They raised the Daniel Negreanu talked about it. Remember?
I remember quite specifically.
Yeah. Wait, so you still one of those guys that thinks higher in the rake isn't good for the regulars or recreational players? It's not protecting them enough?
Yeah, I mean, we can do this line of trolling, but
listen, I'm done telling. I'm not doing it anymore. Then fine, I'm gonna be serious all the time. I'm not gonna joke around. I'm not. Hey, fine, okay. You guys, like, I'm the one that's got to tell people I'm doing it. They don't even know I'm doing it. All right, I'm done.
I mean, I'm over here with this background. Like, you know, can you really take it seriously?
You know, I know that girl was giving Ivy a massage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks like a good massage.
Yeah, it does. It really looks like a great massage. It does. Guys in the chat, let me give a couple shouts. Doug, you want to give a shout to anybody you might maybe out there watching right now? Shout out to who you want to give a shout out to?
We got in the mix here. Want to give a shout out to S. Mitchell Low Stakes.
We'll come back. Get fired up. Get warmed up. Turn the engine on. All right. Let me give a couple shout outs here. Who we got out here? EPROM999. What up, puppy? I saw those things you made for Doug. Looking good. Carl Adams, he always shows up to my DFS shows. I got a lot of love for Carl. Nasty Nate, if you're out there anywhere, my friend, much love to you. My buddy Liam, I saw him in the chat. Shout out to all the GTO club members that are watching the pod right now. Martin Liddell, John Boatprez. Oh, man, shit. Now I'm going to throw some names in here, man. Johnny Spicer, Brian, Matt Margot, all my guys, man. Shout out to GTO club. D-Dog Killer, Mert Burt. Who else we got? JW Puppy. What up, buddies? SB Grill. What up, kid? Patrick Knight. All right, you go ahead.
I'm just not going to follow that up.
What do you mean?
I can't do shout-outs, man, in the same way. I just I got my crew. Shout out to John Blaze, battling it out. Who else we got?
You ever love somebody, Doug?
What's up?
You ever love somebody?
Did I ever love somebody?
Yeah.
Seems relevant.
All right. Well, pretend like you love them for while you're acknowledging them. Pretend like you love them.
I just don't have the shout-out game, man. I don't got it. Shout out to Power Trip. Shout out to Costas Tech, my biggest fan. What's up, dude? Shout out to Tap Out Taz 9. Shout out to Meese in the streets. All right.
I have the worst moderators ever. They can't time these guys out. I don't know.
John 95. What's up, man? Yeah, your mods are just not on top of this.
My mods are awful. I literally have the worst mods of all time. I'm
7 Nocturity 7, Teja Vu 1. I'm just saying names now.
All right.
Ursins.
You're good at a lot of things, Doug. We found one. It's okay.
Shout out to Russ P. Great first name. And you got 5,000 at the end of your name. That is a number. Shout out to 6 Sniper 12 because 6 Sniper 11 was taken and 11 would have been cool, but 12 is also cool. Shout out to Mert Bet. 2 names in a row. Shout out to you. Shout out to El Bergen or Bergen. Whatevs. And shout out to Wibsy. Doug, please notice.
Okay. Yeah, we're not doing that again. It turned out. See, you got to make the shout outs. You got to make it like an experience for people. You want people listening on iTunes. You want them to be excited for the shout out. They're pumped up, man. Joe's giving a shout out. I'm ready for a shout out.
I'm pretty sure people enjoyed that experience.
No, I don't think so. Man, I can't believe this guy on Twitch is crazy. I'm done. I'm done. I can't. I'm done with Twitch, man. I don't know about this Twitch thing, man. You're back on Twitch. You're doing the bankroll challenge, right? Talk about the bankroll challenge.
Are you done with Twitch? Yeah, sure. So we're back at it. I did it in August. September was WCOOP. October, I took it off from streaming. So we're back at it. I'm going to be streaming twice a week, Mondays and Fridays. It's going to be in the evening, even though I would prefer to do it in the morning. But you want to know where my life is right now, Joey? Do you want to know where my life is?
Hold on, I got your life. Watch this. I know what you do. You wake up in the morning time. You're in Las Vegas, right?
Right.
Okay. You wake up in the morning. You kiss your beautiful girlfriend. You guys make sweet love to each other. You get up. You go play with Binks. You feed them. You give them something to drink. You make your juice breakfast. You make your juice. You end up maybe either going to a juice place or get your juice. Then you go to your garage gym that you have. You go do a little workout. You check some emails on the computer. You talk with Matt Coletta. You talk with Ryan Fee. You talk to Brady. You talk with the other Upswing members. Maybe you and Seriously Serious talk about a video you're working on. You go on Twitter. You make a sports related post to try to make yourself seem relatable to the audience, who's a lot mainly men. Maybe you interact with one of the popular other guys on Twitter to maybe get that out there as well too. You eat some lunch salad, nice salad, trying to watch the workout. Maybe you go to the juice salon again, you get a second juice because you're on the juice cleanse, day 4 right now. And I don't know, Snapchat a little bit.
By the way, you lost steam towards the end, but you basically nailed the first 4 or 5 hours of my day every day, like down to the T.
I know. I know. I got it down.
That wasn't what I was gonna say. Not what I was gonna say. Okay. The reason I'm streaming at 5 p.m. is because there is a $100 free roll on WSOP at 6 p.m. and I simply cannot afford to lose that value. I can't afford to lose the value. It's just too important to get to finish the challenge. I mean, I'm finishing the bankroll challenge, dude. One way or another, this shit's gonna get done. I'm gonna finish this challenge. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I don't know what I got myself into here. Part of me is like, damn, maybe this wasn't the best idea, but I've made my bed and I'm going to lie in it. And if you want to see me in my bed, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch.
Will you be streaming at 5 a.m. from your bed?
5 p.m.
Oh, 5 p.m. Okay. Well, I don't. All right. So bankroll challenge. You want to make sure you get the value from that fear on WSOP.com. Shout out to WSOP.com, by the way. They're doing some great stuff. And okay, so you want to get so you're going to be playing 2 days a week for the bankroll challenge?
Yeah, man. Mondays and Fridays.
Like 7 years to finish this challenge, dude. 2 days a week.
I don't think it'll take 7 years, but I don't know how long it will take. But we're gonna get going in the right direction, man. I got a bit of a different strategy. I know more of like what's the optimal stuff to play now, and we're gonna get there. Look. This is one of the reasons why I didn't put a timeline on to begin with. Like, I didn't really know how long it was going to take, and I didn't want to feel like this need to grind every day, all day, because I got a lot of stuff I'm working on, right? But I'm not going to give up on it. We're going to get there, and if you want to watch it, it's every Monday and Friday at 5 p.m. PST.
Okay, Monday, Friday, 5 p.m. PST. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's going to take a while, but it's kind of sucks, you know. It's
kind
not
of sucks.
Well, no, it's not the most optimal.
Thanks, Joey. Yeah, it kind of sucks.
No. The thing is, you could do the challenge if you don't have to play a couple tables on the stream. Like if you were like, hey, I'm just gonna complete this challenge, I feel like you could do it. Maybe shortest time 2 weeks, you know, and longest time 3-4 weeks. Like I feel like you're always completed in that time period.
I mean, there's a ton of things that are hurting me here. The first is that like everyone knows my screen name, so it's like I'm not getting the authentic $1 sit and go experience, which hurts, even though you know, is what it is. And then being on WSOP is not optimal for this. You have small fields, so you have less chance to like bang off big scores. So that's obviously not the best. And yeah, the table amount, like having to interact. I mean, look, but this is the thing. Like, I knew this stuff when I got into it. I'm not like. I'll put it like this. I'm surprised it went so badly for the first month. You know, we had like a 42% bankroll gain on the first month, and I put a lot of hours in. But at the same time, like, obviously within the realm of, like, results that could have happened. And, like, when I got up to $500, God, I missed those days. But when I was up to $500, I took a shot at heads up. And if that had gone well, man, I could have just been at, like, 1 or 2K, like, the next day or the next 2 days. And instead, I just ran bad and ran it down. So, like, you know, I'm going to get some more opportunities to take some shots. I'll probably be more conservative just because it's so funny. When I was winning, it just, like, more people watched. They, like, tuned in, like, how are we doing today, et cetera. But when I lost, everyone would just be like, how did you lose? Why did you lose, man? And then, like, people just, like, tuned out. So I feel like people are very emotional. And now I'm countering my point about heads up with momentum, but I feel like people are very emotional, and so I'm probably going to be a little less aggressive on the shots. But look, it's going to be a long grind, and we're going to get there eventually.
Amen. Amen. I think you're going to get there. I got faith. I'd bet on it. Matter of fact, I'd bet on it. I think you're going to get there. So
thank you.
I hope to see it. So what else you got planned here, man? Coming up here, November 7th. So we're doing that 2 days a week. We got our show coming up. Probably going to be on Wednesdays. What else you be doing to fill the time in between there, man?
So, dude, I mean, every day I'm just like packed with stuff. Like, making Upswing content, you know, making YouTube content, Twitch streaming. I got a couple of days at the goddamn dentist this week. And then just like, you know, rich people stuff, managing your money, all that kind of good stuff.
That's tough. Gotta be tough. Gotta be tough, man. So you plan to stay in Vegas for the foreseeable future?
I think I'm gonna take some time off. I think I'm gonna take some time off from traveling, because traveling just gets to be like too goddamn annoying. And so I'm just gonna like take some time off and really get in like a good groove. I've been working out like pretty much every day with like lifting and cardio, so I'm happy with how that's going.
Let's see the muscles.
Yeah, they're not there yet. They're coming in. We'll get there.
Okay.
But yeah, I just want to get into like a good groove of things and like I want to be way more productive. Like when you're traveling around, it's so hard to be productive.
Right. Agree.
Like I want to be able to wake up, get stuff done all day. When I go to bed, I'm like, man, I made my life better for tomorrow. I like that. I like spending my time efficiently to do stuff that makes my life better for the future, you know, or like helps build towards stuff. Like the most fun thing to me is working on stuff to like make it better or make it bigger or whatever. By the way, I do actually have the link to my new channel if you guys want to check that out.
What's the name of it?
It's just this link. I mean, we don't have any subs yet, so we can't name it and stuff, but
I'll put the link in the description on YouTube and on iTunes. So you don't have an actual custom name for it?
No, not yet. We'll make one eventually.
Okay. I didn't have a name. I thought a name would come to me in that like 10-second period, but nothing came to me. Actually, something did come to me.
Zero.
I got to be honest, something came to me when I was thinking about the name.
What should be named?
Doug Polk Bazam. Where you Bazam people, and then when you talk about people, you have like a sound, that like a Bazam sound, and then when you say it, it goes Bazam. Like I don't know, it's like a shock or it's a whatever a Bazam sound would be. But you make Bazam, that's your word. Like some guys got nice words like GTO and Papi and Colamos la cara moracita. You got Bazam. That's your thing.
Some guys have nice ones, and I have Bazam. Is that how it is, man? Is that how you see me?
No, I see you as more than that. You're Doug Polk. You're Upswing Poker. You got Upswing. Upswing's a great word. Come on, you have like one of the sickest words ever.
By the way, I'm going to take full credit for coming up with the name Upswing Poker. Full credit right here. 100% credit.
Did you really?
Bring me the credit. Yeah, that was my idea. And it was funny when we first came up with it. Okay, so seriously, the longest series of meetings Upswing has ever had in anything was naming the company. And we'd have a meeting every day for like an hour or two, and we would just have like a thesaurus up on the internet and be like, how about this? And then everyone would be like, eh. And we just did that for like a couple of weeks. And then I said, how about Upswing Poker? And everyone was like, all right, we'll put that as like the maybe. You know, we'll put maybe. And then eventually we're like, we got to pick something. Because the thing is, like, you want to name it like something perfect, right? You want to be like, oh, man, the perfect, most awesome, best possible name. But at some point, like, you got to, like, just pick the best thing that you have. And I actually, like, it's grown on me a lot since then. Like, I think it's a great name.
Yeah, I like the name. Going on Upswing. Bang Bang TV. Kush Strain says. It's a good suggestion. Bang Bang TV.
Bang Bang TV would actually be pretty funny.
Yeah, you're not going to name it Bang Bang TV. I've seen you go through the process of naming things with the Grind Nation, and I don't want to. I don't know. I like just pick a name. Give me any name. I'll let anyone name anything for me. I don't necessarily mind. So let's take some questions from the chat. You're not doing your stream tonight. Let me go out here. Let me see what we got. See some questions here. We got my buddy Hassan in the chat. What's up, Hassan Papi? What's going on, buddy? All right, give me the questions. I know we got a little delay here, so we'll see what happens here. So you're streaming tonight, right, on Twitch?
Yep, I'm going to be streaming after I finish this.
Okay. Let me check the list. Nope. Perkins podcast next Monday. Check it out. Nope. Main event. Punta Cana. Upcoming show for us. Upcoming plans for you. Bankroll challenge. Nope. Let me just get some more questions here from the chat. X Mode. That's a great question. No, never mind. I'm not going to ask that one. Does Doug still play high stakes live cash games at all?
No, not really.
No. Okay.
I actually never played them much at all. I played a little bit. Like, I mean, I probably played like 5 or 10 sessions this year, but the really good games are hard to get into, and then everything else is like generally weird games or like big bet mix or whatever. Or this game, you get 4 cards and like people gamble on.
Okay.
I think you might have heard of it actually. It's called it's called Badoogie.
Heard of it? Yeah, I heard of people play it before. Yeah.
So there's a lot of that going on, but I don't know, man. I'm trying to do other stuff. I'm trying to do like YouTube and Twitch and Upswing and all this stuff. So it's a pretty full-time gig.
Serious says, have you considered calling the new channel Doug Polker?
Wow, that's actually next level. Shout out to Serious, by the way.
The poker world's much happier. Seriously Serious is staying in poker because without him, there wouldn't be as fun content as there is. So, David Kimamache Fitchik says, ask Doug about the VR poker interview on Poker News. I think Tonka was involved in that with Sarah Herring.
Sorry, which thing?
Tonka was in a virtual reality interview on Poker News, I believe. I haven't seen it yet, but people wanted to know about it.
Well, I don't know anything about it, so yeah.
Okay, let's check it out. Let's see here. A couple more questions from the chat. By the way, I don't hate anybody, guys. I like I really don't. I can't think of 3 people I don't like. Like I like everybody.
Joey, as you said that, you banned somebody from the Twitch chat.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't not like the guy. I'm just banning. I don't want him in my chat. I don't want to read what he's got to say. If I don't want to read what you got to say, I don't mean I don't like you. I just don't want to read what you have to say. It's going to affect my energy, man. It's going to affect my mood. All right. How am I going to be able to play chess at a high level if my mood's distracted by some guy in the chat?
Here we go with the chess again.
Just saying. All right, let me do a couple more things here.
Yeah, I gotta head over to my channel here in a sec so I can stream.
All right. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, got $1 sitting goes waiting for you. What do you think about Alex Torelli? Someone said in the YouTube chat. Yeah.
Alex Torelli, you know, he's been putting in the work. He's been doing a lot of poker related coaching stuff for a while.
I like the backgrounds he had. He's walking around. He's got the cameraman. He's walking around like a nice lake. It's like, yeah, you know, just got ace queen today. 4-bet it. He's always walking. I don't know. Is he walking in a store? I don't know. I like the shots, man. He's got good production on there.
Yeah.
I like it. I like what he's doing.
I guess the main thing is that, you know, I think if you're trying to be competitive in the content space these days, you have to do some type of Twitch presence. Even if, for example, you hate Twitch or don't want to do Twitch, you still do your podcast on Twitch. Mm-hmm. So you have to have some kind of Twitch presence that helps out a lot. And I don't know, man. Like, I think he does like a pretty good job. He's like one of the few people that are kind of, you know how like I feel like a lot of us, like all the content guys, that we all kind of know each other and stuff. I kind of feel like he's like separate and like by himself, sort of, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like he's like kind of doing his own thing entirely, which is cool for sure.
Is he doing his own thing?
I mean, there were a couple questionable thumbnails that have come out lately that look awfully familiar to another person that does thumbnails on, let's just say, a show about Polker Hands.
Oh, interesting.
Awfully familiar.
Uh-oh.
Looking a little...
Remember that time I put a head on a body one time? I liked it. Maybe it's a good idea. It's a good approach though, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, look, honestly, like, I think people have done themselves a little bit of a disservice in the poker space where, like, if there are good strategies out there, copying them is fine. That's just the way the game works. So, like, you know, it's a good strat. It was just funny to me.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens with it. I'm excited. All right, one last question, then we're going to wrap up. You got to go to your show over at twitch.tv/Doug Polk. I like this one. We have some people in the chat saying, are you guys going to stop sucking each other off during the show? And, you know, no, I'm not going to, all right? I don't care, all right? We say what we're talking about. This is the list. I'm going to show you the list. The list has this stuff on there. It just happens that these are the things to talk about. So
it's on the list, man. You think we control the list?
We don't control the list. Listen, we're going to talk about one
team of 7 women putting the list together.
Well, the women put these on. I don't know. I don't control what they put on the list. But listen, if we were playing 1-2 full ring, like, you know, we were playing like 8 years ago, this podcast would be about 1-2 full ring. But we're not playing 1-2 full ring now. A lot of stuff we're doing is kind of around the same thing. So that's generally what the conversation is going to be about. And we both think that this other person's doing a good job. Well, I mean, Doug thinks I could be doing a lot better job in some areas for sure. But, you know, it's okay. You know, we can't, you know, it's all right. It's all right. And I hear about it. It's okay.
Can't two bros just bro out? Like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. Can't people like each other? I don't know. Whatever, man. All right. It's okay. Last one. Nope. Let's end it. All right, guys. You want to find this podcast on iTunes, search Poker Live Podcast. You want to check out Doug, you can find it in my suggested channels, Doug Polk. You can just YouTube Doug Polk as well. Man, you got too many call to actions now, bro. Go ahead, just do it.
It's all good, man. Honestly, like, I got a lot of stuff going on, so you don't have to go through everything. But if you guys have not checked the Upswing Poker, definitely head over there, check it out. We have like free stuff. We've got ranges, we got articles, and then we also, of course, have some training products as well. If you're trying to get better, that's the place to be. And other than that, man, like, just that's really the only call to action I really got to do here. I just want to let you guys know that I love you. Love. All love.
Try that again.
Try what again?
I didn't feel it.
What do you mean you didn't feel it? We're live, bro.
I didn't feel that passion.
We're live.
That's how you say you love them? Really? Guys, I love you.
The fans, what's wrong with that?
Dig deep. Dig to the heart. Dig to the soul. Watch.
I'm already in the soul.
No, because watch. I actually love some of these motherfuckers, man. These guys are awesome. Listen, guys. I gotta say, I love the guy. We got regulars in the chat, always showing a lot of love. They come in here, man. They say nice things on Twitter. They say nice things on Facebook. I love these motherfuckers, man. They're awesome. They're uplifting. They're great. They're just, man, like they They bring me energy. Why do you think I'm like this, man? It's because these guys out there. I love them, Doug. I need these guys in my life. What would I do without them in my life? I don't know.
All right.
I'm serious. That's the thing. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Anyway, I gotta get ready for this stream. I will see some of you bros over on the stream. Joe, you better be there. Better be there. Or else. Joey, don't do it to me. All right, guys. I will see you later.
All right, guys. I'm gonna end the YouTube. That's it. Much love. Be back Wednesday. Tristan Wade. Friday. Chance Corneth. Next Monday. Bill Perkins. That's it. Peace out.